up and we have to stay forever, and we're conditioned to believe that war is perpetual and endless. Now we're being told that the war on terrorism is going to last forever, which means now anything that used to be a temporary abuse of our liberties, now they're saying they're going to be permanent. That is the most serious thing that's happening in this country today. The war attitude means they condition the people to say, oh, under these conditions, we have to be safe and secured. Just think, if you didn't take your shoes off at the airport, you might not be safe anymore. So it is this conditioning that now has meant that the government can spy on us endlessly. They don't need search warrants anymore, and just remember that was one of the main things the colonists hated about the British government. They could come in and search our homes and houses and do everything without a proper search warrant. And what have we done now with our habeas corpus rights? Something that's been here for hundreds of years, and now they've eliminated that. They can declare American citizens enemy combatants. You don't even have a right to go to court under these conditions. The foundations of our liberties have been removed. The purpose of all political action should be the preservation of liberty. A free country is where you allow the people to take care of what they want to do to promote their own virtue and their own excellence. Once government takes on that role, we're going to make you virtuous and good and moral, or we're going to make you economically secure and we're going to take care of you. They can't do it without a dictatorship and an undermine of the productive capacity of the country. This is where we are today. Our freedoms have been undermined. We have endless war going on overseas, liable to spread. We're already involved in Pakistan and Iran, and it's liable to spread. They talked tonight. What did they talk about? He didn't tell the truth. They didn't tell the real answer. But they were talking about the draft. They need more troops. And we don't need a draft. So we have to put our eye on the target. The eye on the target is liberty, defend the Constitution. If we want to change the Constitution, there's a vehicle for it. But the worst thing we can do is what we've been doing for decades now, is we've been ignoring the Constitution. And that's what we have to stop. But there's nothing wrong with national sovereignty. I believe in national sovereignty. I believe that our border guards should be here at home rather than Iraq. I believe our troops should be here. Our Air National and Army National Guard and reserve units should be here in this country, not overseas. And under those conditions, we wouldn't be laying plans for a North American Union and more international government. You know, we worry a lot about what Washington does to us, and we have to stop that. But there's an aggressive approach to trying to make world government, because already, you know, we have the United Nations. I do truly believe we could do without us belonging to the United Nations. But we have the UN and the IMF and the World Bank and the WTO and NAFTA and CAFTA and the whole work. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need more confidence and understanding how freedom works and how the market works. You know, we still have a marketplace when it comes to computers and cell phones, and what happens there? The prices aren't skyrocketing in spite of the inflation. The market works and they drive prices down. What happens when the government gets involved in housing and medicine and education? Prices skyrocket. So, in spite of all their sincere effort that they claim that they're going to take care of everybody and they're going to take care of the elderly, there is no way they're going to be able to do that when this dollar continues to go down. Because the only thing they've been saying in these last several weeks when they finally declared we had a problem, everything they talk about is print more money. You know, run up deficit, print the money. Lower interest rate, print the money. It doesn't work. And therefore, the monetary issue is going to be one of the most important issues that we face. The overall issue is individual liberty. Belief and confidence that individuals can and will take care of themselves. The wonderful thing about freedom and the Constitution is it brings us together. It brings us all together. Because we don't have to tell our neighbor or our friend what he's going to do with his life, as long as he minds his own business and doesn't tell us how to live our life. So it is that freedom that makes us less divisive. But it is the conditions that we have today that's very divisive. Because all the money and the power goes to Washington. Then what does that do? It creates all these special interest groups and all the PACs and the lobbyists going to Washington to get their power and the money. And this is divisive because right now the pie is shrinking. And this is why, for you and this younger generation, there will have to be a major decision, and the decision you'll have to make is what should the role of government be. And if you think the government should be a nanny state, unfortunately, you probably don't have to do much. That's what's going to happen. That's what they have right now. If you want the world, if you want us to continue with an empire, you don't have to do much. That's where all the momentum is. Both sides, both sides of the aisle are talking about that. But if you truly want a government there for the purpose of protecting liberty, we have a tough job. But we have an opportunity, because of the recognition of the problems we're facing today, and people are opening up their eyes, and this is what this campaign's been all about. Literally tens of thousands, if not millions of people. I just heard the other day there were a bunch of these meetup groups meeting all over the country. I don't even know where they are. But we're coming together because we believe in something. Can you imagine any of the other candidates bringing people together spontaneously? No way, no. Because this is what America's all about. We're in a desperate need for this to continue. One way or the other, we need to keep this momentum going. And right now, I sense that this is building continuously. Just the other day on that fundraising day, it used to take me about a year if I had to raise in a congressional race. It'd take me about a year to raise $1 million. Sometimes you people to do it in a day, or less a day, or a couple hours. And the number of people, just the other day, I think there were like close to 6,000 brand new people joined in with their checks, which means they've heard the message, they know what it's about, they want to be with us, and there's a lot more out there. And the grassroots are spreading. It's a prairie fire, and it's really moving. So let's continue that to occur. And that's really keep our eye on the target, which means that we're going to defend our freedom, and we're going to defend this country, and we know that it can be a great country once again if we change the direction. This is why I am excited about this campaign. I've told many, many people at the beginning, 1 year ago now, that I was really a little bit leery about all this. I don't know if there's anybody out there listening, but there are.